Welcome. It's the Morning Wood. We discuss everything cannabis, the good, the bad, the ugly, the space weed. Right here. Let's get it.
Believe in Allah, believe in Jesus. Believe in yourself. If not, then believe in Jesus. All these niggas saying that they killers. I don't believe them. I still wouldn't if you was killing Cam. Fuck all you niggas is killing season. I say Drake the homie, y'all say it's treason. I can't believe it. Want me to pick sides while y'all dick ride? When you from the west side, you ain't gotta pick sides. If I can't catch him now, catch him on the flip side. Fuck around, clear the block when a nigga this high. Got a scope on the AR, let him play God. I'ma blow his head up like he in a fish eye. With a 100-round drum, it's a Chirac murder. Got a button on the dash that I hide that burner. Laid up with your insides out. Call swerving, nigga, I want the beef like a marathon burger. And I'm working choppers overtime. Hold this bitch like I hold my 9. Out my mind for show you ride. I'ma make you a celebrity overnight. I'ma pull up to the show tonight. I'ma show you a hoe tonight. My little niggas pulling up with post tonight. We gon' make you a celebrity overnight. This white tee oversized. This bitch gon' hide my Draco. This shit come apart like Optimus Prime, then I put it back together like Legos. Feeling like Fabo, all white Fazos. Chillin', bread coming around like bagels. Turning them tables, you smutted your name out squilling. All I hear squeaking inside them buildings. All y'all niggas be telling, none of y'all records is selling. All y'all niggas is bitches, my niggas is felons. Y'all gotta pay for pussy, I ain't gotta pay for shit. I ain't even paying for my sins. On God, I'ma kill him again till it's blood on my face, blood on my teeth, blood on my hands, blood on my sink. That's on blood, it's still one blood. Nigga throwing up blood out the bloody 6'3". Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. Arm hanging out the window, yeah, nigga, one blood. You can put it on crib, I'ma put it on blood. Don't ask me for shit, cause you ain't my blood. Let on bluff again, I will tuck you in. You ain't looking out for my kids, don't call me twin. Flying up to 10 in a brand new Benz. Laid back in the Maybach, no new friends, nigga, I'm on one. Fuck what he be on, you niggas see before that I done seen before. So crawl from under your rock, turn the TV on. I shot niggas on the same block you see me on. Don't make me laugh again, I'll blast again. I'm fast as wind, I run up in the trap you in. It spans again, and when it hit the net, they gon' think the whole west side of Compton on your ass again. Yeah, I'ma let the chopper blow tonight. Blacked out like a crow tonight. Cook a nigga like glow tonight. I'ma make you a celebrity overnight. This shit is poltergeist. Anyway you wanna roll the dice, we gon' show the lean like Tro tonight. I'ma catch me a new felony overnight. I cook this shit like fentanyl. They gon' break this up like a dotted line, and I'm tied to the paper like a dollar sign. Anything to keep a nigga up out of mind. I got a California state of mind. I carry all the weight cause the weight is mine. I came out when this shit was dry. I paid my dues and paid the fines for you ungrateful niggas. I can't debate with niggas, and I brought the K for niggas, cause I just can't be fake with niggas. Cereals gets great for niggas. I draw lead, erase you niggas. Put that on God, it's me against all odds. I pop the steering column on the GNX and wait for niggas, cause all y'all niggas be telling, none of y'all records is selling. All y'all niggas is bitches, my niggas is felons. Y'all gotta pay for pussy, I ain't gotta pay for shit. I ain't even paying for my sins. On God, I'ma kill him again till it's blood on my face, blood on my teeth, blood on my hands, blood on my sink. That's on blood, it's still one blood. Nigga throwing up blood out the bloody 6'3". Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. Arm hanging out the window, yeah, nigga, one blood. You can put it on crib, I'ma put it on blood. Don't ask me for shit, cause you ain't my blood.
Marijuana, it is a motherfucker. Where are we at over here? Let's get, I was doing my my promo over here, trying to get this going. What are you smoking out there? Marijuana to you. How you doing? Let me drop this out there. Tell me what you're smoking. Let's talk about it. Pop, 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 pop. Let's talk about it, man. Did you guys see what Up the Hill posted this morning? God damn. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. I saw this morning and I said, what? A little backwards. Hold on. A little backwards. City of LA raided the licensed facility that he rents a space in and came and took everything. Dozens of police, guns drawn, stole all the product from him and the rest of the facility. Every single bag. Every single bag out that motherfucker. Now, look. One of the things he posted too, we'll go each one of these posters, but he had mentioned about something being as far as Matrix. He said they took everything that was on Matrix. Let me go over to his page right there. Good morning to you guys. Marijuana to you. What are you smoking? What are you rolling? We'll get into that topic right now. I remember when we were talking over with Dave at Preferred Gardens, right? With what he was dealing with. Metric. You know what I mean? Number 12. Number 12 we've got here. Some Zupa. Let's get into it. Number 12, 2 grams of the Zupa. Shout out to Michigan's Olympics. Every day we do a new entry. Let's get it. Fundamentals right there saying it happens more often than I think. And it started to make me wonder, is it, I mean, is this just what it is, right? Are we witnessing a modern day organized jacking happen? You know, like, it's fucking interesting we won't find out how, in a sense, systematic it really is until down the road when there's, you know, uncoveries of these types of situations. But when I'm looking at what's going on in California, you know, it's not unfathomable to assume that some of this is off the books when they're pulling up on these things or setting. You know, they have their own teams to go into these places and things like that. Like, you know, corruption is in all forms, right? And when we're seeing the levels that we're seeing in California, I mean, this is now going on for years, right? This isn't just like new news. And so what is the ripple effect of there being no repercussions when we see these things continuously happen? One of the repercussions is now you're going to see other people understand that it can be done. Blicky, nobody stole anything. DCC, don't play around. When any of your licenses expire, all of your products are in not compliance, whether it's tagged and labeled in metric or not. That is something that he talked about, saying, look, he did put it on the owner, saying, you know, what kind of dumbass doesn't have his license figured out, right? So, you know, look, hey. He's saying the owners didn't tell me anything about this. You know, probably what happened, like he said, is the same police department that was there at his office last month taking fingerprints and investigating, right? Investigating. No, I mean, Blicky, I've always said that this is an open discussion. We're having these discussions because I'm seeing enough. I'm seeing enough to have these discussions. And Blicky, if you want to go ahead and just assume that, you know, right, there's not corruption in places. And you know, look, man, I don't know if you pay attention to the news, but we just had a pretty severe situation with 2 cops in Arizona that off the books went and fucking damn near fucked a couple up. It's national news, man. Go pay attention to that to see that there is corruption going on. So it's a discussion. It's something that, hey, look at, I've interviewed people that have brought it up. I've read plenty of articles that are bringing this up. There's no repercussion, it seems like, from just me as a consumer of cannabis witnessing what we're seeing. But hey, to each their own, Blicky. You can have your opinion. I don't need to align with it. Respect. Do you? But the conversation does include that opinion, right? Look, would this have happened if that owner had his licensing in place, right? It can easily be said in this situation, no. Right? You're right, though. Don't know all the information. That's why it's a discussion, and we in here. What's up, Ferry? How you doing? What up, Juan? How we doing? Marijuana to you right now. Breaking down the next Zolympics Michigan box. I got number 12 out there. Tech in here, big chillin'. Pentacles in here, big chillin'. I got other topics for you guys as well. We've seen going back and forth, Big Smoke battling internet people out there right now. Going back and forth with Stemis Theory. I'll break down what he said now, which I was like, damn. Alex out there saying, shit's ridiculous. Fuck to happen in UTH. They do great business. So many bullshit distros in LA. Yes, Demis is a female. Well, honestly, I don't really know what is going on. I'll break this up. I'll bring this up. So this is, if you follow Big Smoke, he posted up today kind of why this is all going down. I was like, all right, cool. I can understand the hell's going on. All right, so he posted this up. Okay. He said he stopped entertaining the groupie homegirl, which I believe means he ain't seen her no more. What up, Butch? Blicky says, no, it would not have happened. As a licensed operator, you may have a plethora of checks and balances to make sure this does not happen. Maha, thank you, Blicky. What would the chat do without you? You also get plenty of notices, etc., through email and so on to know what your status is as an operator. Nice, and that's what he did reference to. And so there, hey, and I appreciate the conversation. We'll go back to this Big Smoke thing because going back over to the Up the Hill situation. This is what Up the Hill had to say about it. He said, I'm not sure how the owners of the facility could be so mentally handicapped and lazy that they allow this to happen. So I'm under the impression also that Up the Hill had that conversation, with the owner of the building, and the owner of the building, must have not followed through on paperwork like his, allowed this to happen, right? Like obviously Up the Hill is the first person to find out what's going on, and by what he's releasing out there, saying, look, I'm not even going to release any names. We're going to see how they move. That would imply that there is fault by the owner. Listo, STEM is a cancer to the community. She's only got that following because most of these weed nerds are simps with no motion. I don't know who STEM is, though, too. I always thought she was just a meme person, right? I didn't know that she actually is involved with marijuana. So when I found out that she was talking about joining or entering into a PSL bracket, I was like, oh shit, she grows weed. I was like, okay. Making a little more sense now. Here we go. Fundamental said cops just need to leave growers alone, right? Like keep that same energy on a lot of the, dangerous drugs. It'd be interesting to see statistics from cops. Like, who did you bust over this month? Like, when we look at the pie of crime you solved and did, like, how much of it is the war on drugs and how much of it is like looking out for, safety of motherfuckers and trying to catch like some like people out there doing like harm and bodily harm and murdering and a lot of topics I don't even like to say, right? It'd be interesting to know what is their pie of crime solving. Is it like probably what would you think the percentage is based on marijuana or drugs in general? Like, would you say like a fucking pretty heavy portion of that pie? How much would you guess? Joe Honcho asked about what happened to UTH. He had a situation where the city of LA raided the license facility that he was in, and what it's kind of based on is some licensing that wasn't complete by the place that he's renting it from. Yeah, you're right. Bunches says 15 to 20%. I wonder how much is like traffic tickets and like, you know what I mean? Like, what are y'all motherfuckers really focused on right now? Where's your focus? Where are you at? I know they said they took it all, my man. Took it all. Oh, here we go. Here's where it says that. Literally every single bag. So that's what's fucked up. Is like, if you're renting from someone and you think it's all good and you're doing everything legal, it's all metric, damn, you still got played. That's fucked up. Owner, hey, what are the odds right now that the owner of that facility, his face ends up on a jar? What are the odds that the owner's face ends up on a jar? I'm gonna go a low percentage because I'm sure that building owner recognizes who his tenant is, probably pays attention, probably understands this man's putting faces on jars. Let's fucking make sure I'm not on one of them. Goddamn. How much? I'd be like, how much you lose, player? Oh shit. I'd say the biggest is traffic misdemeanors. Their focus is taking out the competition. Fundamentals, they don't want to arrest a broke murderer. They rather arrest a slanger and find a stash of money. Masonic in the motherfucking building. Big trees. Big trees. Big tree Masonic. Hey, I bet you get invited to all the neighborhood cookouts, huh? We were talking about you the other day. We were talking about it because we were talking like this. We feel like this is your neighbor right here. Yo, you see these goddamn weed? You see this? My motherfucking neighbor got a goddamn tree weed. Damn, oh, we got it. What? We were stoned on the weekend. We were stoned all the time, but you get what I'm saying. Imagine that. Imagine Masonic as your neighbor. Let me ask you this. Would you want to have a conversation with Masonic if he was your neighbor about, yo, homie, I'm growing over here also. I don't need your motherfucking pollens popping in. Is there a way that you look out for the neighbors on that, or the neighborhood with your goddamn 15-foot trees, my guy? Woo! Damn. All right, let's get into it.
You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
That's right, light up with me now. Let's get it. Roll one.
Too much booth in the world today. Let me show you to the spot.
Hello.
Twisting the mids in a stale leaf. Ooh, gotta show you how to rock.
Okay.
Wouldn't you like to blaze away? Yokes is back and SirHIGH is smacked. Ounces in the mail. DMW goats, you know. Roll, listen, and inhale. It's a live sesh, you can leave the stress. That's right. Let's go. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your strength.
Mile high, but
In the road we sack, but never the same.
Masonic in the building, Mike.
Some seed turned into a tree.
Buncha.
Surely I'm glad you came. Send us the smoke so PSN knows your name.
Send us the smoke so PSN knows your name. Welcome into the Morning Wood. Weekdays, 10 a.m. We get together, we chop it up about cannabis, and we stay stoned. Blicky, where's your mids, player? We in this bitch. We are here to have conversations about the reefers and what is happening. Where I need to check out is a couple things. One, did we see the goddamn transcripts released from the DEA hearing about rescheduling cannabis? I can't forget that. They said they were going to release them as soon as the 17th of this month. Haven't checked if they did that. Add that last part into the official song, SirHIGH. What part? The trumpets, right? The trumpets, man, whoever was trumpeting in that motherfucker was a trumpet master. Let's go. All right, let's get into the Big Smoke situation, man, because damn, how is reviewing cannabis going to be bad for your health? You know, obviously, you're inhaling weed. Don't answer that literal. What I mean, though, is this man is now catching some goddamn death threats. Look at this. This is what he posted today. What? Damn, what is going on, reviewers? Is it thug life out there for real? Why? Explain. Why? Why? He's not a reviewer. I think he is. I think he's actually the one that has the most, probably the most declarated reviewer on the market in the nation, right? Like, who else is doing reviewers or reviewing and having that much attention doing it? I'll wait. Who, right? Interesting seeing them, the two go back and forth. It's now turned into a sticker war, right? We're seeing stickers being going back and forth, and I think that's, you know, that's where it's like, cool, man, y'all do your thing, y'all talk that shit back and forth. We see it all the time, but who is taking it to the next level told him, I said, man, internet people. Internet people. Reviewers, though, man, how is it out there? What's the life like? Have you reviewed product and had someone, like, upset with you? Buncher says, I don't know, Tony, I tell the truth about all flour I review, right? Well, I don't understand why there would be this, like, big desire to give out a false review, you know? Just what? I get it. I understand only get free weed and shit like that. But in the long run, that's not going to look good. That's not going to work out. And I think that there are some out there that are true. I mean, I would think that Big Smoke, I don't see, this is the problem with me in this discussion, is that I don't even care about what reviewers have to say anyways, really. Like, that is never, I don't know of a reviewer that's ever inspired me to smoke anything. And then, like, someone that's out there and I'm like, oh shit, he smoked that, I'm gonna smoke that now. Not like, the only reason I'll pay attention to that review is damn near because they are smoking something that I do want to smoke. But even no matter what they say, it's like, how do I know what they like? You know what I mean? Like, why would you even take someone else's opinion that you don't know that seriously, right? It's like, you don't even know if they smoke like you. That's where I'm at, fundamental. I want to know what I think about that shit. So when I hear these discussions about reviewers, like, and they get this flack and it's stuff, it's like, damn, that's weird. Weird. Like, these reviewers' personal preference. Like, take it as that. Now, do I think when you align with someone, like, right, let's say, like, you know, a local reviewer in my state, damn near, they sometimes can turn into curators, right? And so there's certain curators who I also kind of feel like they're reviewers. They may not review this product on the internet, but they're reviewing product to put together options what they think that motherfuckers is gonna fuck with, right? And so when I find a motherfucker that knows how to curate a menu that I fuck with, oh yeah, that makes sense to me, right? So it can go both ways, marijuana. But what I thought was interesting was this that I saw come up on a First Smoke of the Day interview where the grower started having people ask him about a certain terpene.
It's not the percentage, it's the fucking amount of beta immersion in it. It's like one dude, like, oh, it's not the percentage, it's the fucking amount of beta immersion in it. It's like one dude said that to me. He was buying an eighth of my Gelato X. And I was like, why do you like it? He's like, the myrcene in here is killer. And I looked at him like, did you just speak to me in a different fucking language, bro? Like, the fuck? Like, I've only been on this market for 6 weeks, and the first comment about why you liked my weed was the myrcene level in it. Like, in comparison to their other, obviously I didn't look at all the other strains, but like, to just have someone pick that, pinpoint that one terpene, that's what it did for them. To the point where my business partner in Jersey's like, yo, send me all the shit highest in beta myrcene. And I'm like, well, that's going to eliminate a lot of my menu that's still really good, but like, we can start with those.
Interesting.
But I just thought that might be the only place. Like, I've never had anybody be like, dude, you need strains with more limonene, bro. Like, could you please increase your pinene levels, bro? Like, I've never had anybody ask me that shit.
Woo!
Like, oh, it's not the percentage, it's the fucking amount of beta immersion in it. It's like one dude said that to me. He was buying an eighth of my Gelato X. And I was like, why do you like it? He's like, the myrcene in here is killer. And I looked.
The myrcene in here is killer. You guys wanted us to have more education. You wanted us to have more awareness. Now we're out here gaining the knowledge that we're getting and then translating it into what we seek. Motherfucker said, I want some beta mercerine. Yes, though. Classic shit, right? Look. That sounds like a well-educated motherfucking smoker right there. God damn. Are you familiar with what terpenes you fuck with? At the beginning of 2026, I told myself, I'm not going to use the term sativa, indica, or hybrid. Those terms are dinosaur. Fuck those terms. I'm only going to use terpenes. Oh, I like myrcene. I don't like that. I wanted to be some of the influence on people paying attention to the type of terpenes that they do like. I think that'd be dope. I think that'd be something I'd like to know. Right? What do you think, though? Are you now out there prepared to hear what is in demand? And then it's like, damn, how do you even really... That's going to be interesting for the industry to try to navigate that, maybe? I don't know. I'd have to talk to a grower about that. You know what could happen? You know what could happen out of this? Is commercial crowds are very much so wave riding motherfuckers, right? So all it will take is like, okay, so the terpene profiles start to get more awareness. It starts breaking in this commercial crowd. Then all of a sudden, there'll be some random terpene that'll be hard to get, a little bit more exclusive. And all of a sudden, that motherfucker will be in some kind of demand, right? This is me just talking and bullshitting. Blicky might call this bad journalism, but I call it having conversation. Marijuana. So we could potentially see down the road a full rainbow, only because the more knowledge outside of just these three motherfucking options and these genetic names that are coming from, but the science will, men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? And I know some numbers are fucking fudged and shit like that. But do you understand what I'm saying here? This might be just the beginning, or what we are starting to see of a higher awareness consumer now getting down to what can they actually really get to know about cannabis without it being what someone else told them, right? The science of this shit is gonna give them something they can actually rely on heavier than a strain name or genetics, because we've even witnessed how we all thought what was a genetic or the strain's genetics were until a bomb was dropped, and no, we actually didn't know, right? Well, a test result's going to tell you those terpenes, and you can't fudge that. So a consumer can rely on that information way stronger than they can some of the other information they're getting about that strain. Would you agree to that? Get into some of these comments right here. No one in the chat cares what. Okay, nice. I appreciate that. Maddie, the pungent sound, smoke the joint. You only need two types of herb: daytime and nighttime weed. Fundamental. Do you think that eventually? I mean, look, there'll likely be that marketed cannabis at some point in our lives, like a day quill and a night quill type energy. When it comes to Schedule 3, and it's gonna be medicated cannabis licensing is the focus. Will we see marijuana lead into a daytime? There's a podcast I need to show you with Dave Preferred and Ted from Alien Labs were on. Since you mentioned journalism, I would highly recommend watching it. All right, dope. Fuck yeah. Send me the link. I'm down. The Schedule 3 came out today. Is that breaking news? Oh, what was that? No. Past hour. Humboldt County withdraws fines after penalizing homeowners $10K per day. Oh, that's a victory. Let's talk about that. Yo, was this that big ass bust they did? And we're like, look at this. Humboldt County has been forced to backtrack and pay property owners a $350,000 settlement and nullify millions in penalties after spending years fining some residents, including charging $10,000 a day over allegations of illegal cannabis activity. The property owners had long maintained that the county's allegations were completely baseless, and they took to the courts to sue over the fines and won. Wow. $9.4 million in fines will now go away. Holy shit. Humboldt County spent years fining people more than their home's value for things they never did, and then delayed their day in court for years until the pressure to sign a settlement agreement became too much to resist. What? And Blicky, what to talk about? There's no corruption? Today, that unconstitutional money-making machine is dismantled. Congratulations to those Humboldt County residents. Holy shit. The fuck? $9.15 million from a community. Wow. I'm going to drop this in the chat if you guys want to read into it more or spread it. Shit. That's wild. Let's see what other news we got going on. Let's see what other news I popped in on here. Ooh, I saw this one. Sorry, bong smokers. This one's going to hurt.
Hi, can you tell me which is the more healthy way to consume cannabis? Hi, can you tell me which is the more healthy way to consume cannabis? Either smoking a joint or smoking a bong hit.
Between those two, smoking a joint is generally a bit less harsh than a bong hit, but honestly, neither is truly healthy. Combustion creates tar and irritants, so the healthiest options tend to be vaporizers.
But I wanted you to choose between a joint and a bong hit.
I see. If pressed, a joint is usually better than a bong hit, because bongs often deliver a much more concentrated dose and can irritate lungs more, especially if the water isn't clean. But yeah, inhaling smoke of any kind isn't great for your lungs.
Wow. Yeah, it's funny. That's Jerome Baker too. If you're not familiar, go Google. Obviously, you've probably heard of the name Jerome Baker, but go Google Operation Pipe Dreams and read about that whole situation. This is a gentleman right here that really is like a forefather of fucking glass bongs and shit like that. Like, I know that sounds crazy to say, but it really is the case. Like, this dude, like, is a fucking just goat of functional glass art. It's Jason Harris. Him and his partners created Jerome Baker. And then they went down in fucking flames with him and Tommy Chong, called Operation Pipe Dreams, along with a few others. And just a crazy piece of history for people who are into cannabis consumption, bongs, glass art. Crazy. A good documentary you might want to watch too, and on that same era industry is Degenerate Art. Rooster Apparatus? Man, that guy's wild as fuck, dude. That guy's wild as fuck. Hey, though, shout out to him. I can't recall the owner of Rooster Apparatus' name, but I used to do business with him. He got upset with me because there was a local artist that made a similar perk, and he was like, "Oh man," you know, and like fucking started talking shit. I have a Jerome Baker collection that's pre-op, they call it, pre-operation pipe dreams. So original Jerome Bakers. Probably my pride and joy is gonna be this one that's called that has a bitch in it. It says JBD bitch. I can show you guys real quick. Guys right there. Those are like the prize of the collection, man. I've got a lot of dope pieces right there, but nothing with that type of history. I'd love to have some Snodgrass in my collection too. That was one of the ones, like something from Bob. You know, obviously his family's carrying on the legacy amazingly, but Bob would be dope. I don't have any Bob, even just like a hand pipe or something, you know, just something from, like, he's someone else out there that's also a fucking forefather of glass blowing. I think we can. I'll reach out to Jason and see if he's down to pop on here for sure. I think you know, he came down to the smoke shop I own, and we put a glass studio together outside of my smoke shop, and he blew this fucking dope ass Sherlock, and it was a good time. So we've definitely got history. I'll definitely reach out to him as well and say, like, what's good? Let's have a little convo. Let's see what else I got over here. Nice. This is something else, talking about forefathers out there in our industry. Here's another one that we could definitely all know that put it on for hash out there,
You have 150 plus terpene. You have 150 plus terpene. When you do it at night, most of those terpenes are really locked. The plant is not using the terpene at night. When you do live resin, because you work with that full amount of terpene, you lose very little during the process. But the live resin is very popular. That's what, because there is so much terpene.
That's what everybody wants.
That's what everybody wants. They do understand that the quality comes with the amount of terpene that the plant is giving.
Oh, it smells so good over here.
You have 150 plus terpene. When you do it at night, most of those terpenes are really locked. The plant is not using the terpene at night. When you
Suggesting doing it at night right there. Shout out to Frenchy Cannoli. Legend. How many of you had the opportunity of inhaling on something that Cannoli produced? I was never in an opportunity in my life that I believe that I was able to. Let's see what's up with the network today. What went down yesterday? I need to look at these results. Let's go check some results out. Oh, you know where I need to go to Kick also. Fuck that. Fuck that. All right, let's see. Sativa bracket right here. Doja and Mopping Turd.
What is good?
We'll go to the tail of the tape.
Rockwool also.
Peachtree versus XJ13.
Synthetic. What is this? Science and Hydroponics Nutrient Brand. I haven't heard of them.
Let's go.
All right,
I'm gonna be interested to see where this thing goes.
Oh shit! Okay, Mopping Turds moves on to the next round. We'll see who they battle. Who do we have today? I wonder. Can we get that skinny from Fairy? Can we talk about Doja's breaking news? He dropped exclusively on the show. Congrats to Doja. They settled before court. There we go. Where? I didn't. You know what? I didn't even know. I didn't know. Wow. Let me send the man a congrats. Oh, nice. One thing I do want to do real quick while I have... Oh, it's guns. All right, I'll do next up. Let me go ahead and text though, man. Congratulations out there. So cool, man. Now it is how it is. Ryan is, I would imagine now... I don't know the details, but, happy to settle out of court. Clearly not going to court, and I'm definitely going to reach out to him to see if we will see Ryan here to talk about it. Yeah, I am slipping, huh? Damn, dude. I've been watching the stories. He didn't say nothing in the story, did he? I mean, he's out here. I almost thought like it got extended or something because he's been always just like kind of chilling. So now that makes sense, though. They settled out of court, so he never had to go. So he's just been on the farm. Hell yeah. He announced it in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to PSL.
No matter where we face, we must face the moment of truth, baby.
Son of a gun. Okay, so in the battle that he was having, he announced it, huh? Son of a bitch. He announced it in the chat is what I'm picking up. Damn. You know where I slipped up is I meant to reach out. Well, like I considered reaching out a few times over the past week because I knew it started on the 17th and I was like, yo, like any updates, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to do my follow-up and whatnot, and I didn't because a little of me was like, I feel like he would, if he's going through it right now and he's not talking about it, I don't know if I want to be, I'm not the one to ask, like, who am I? You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't. You know, but now the way that he announced it in the chat like that, now I'm looking back and saying, damn, I wish I would have. So that way we could have like fucking, you know, fucking say that shit on top of a mountain. Shit-faced. I like bongs, but I can't understand how people say they are the best because, ooh, I gotta get back to this one. Because if you think on a scientific side, the temperature that a bong rip reaches due and combustion destroys a significant portion of the plant's terpenes and cannabinoids due to the intense heat of the flame. Very. That's really freaking cool. It's so dope to see OGs, big players, be conversational and welcoming. I hope they understand what a massive impact that permanently makes on those people and the respect and admiration it creates. Always grateful for the OG who gives a fuck enough to give me the time of day, giving advice and everything. Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, I mean, a lot of eyes on that. I feel like, damn, we need some kind of breaking news. Am I the one that's supposed to be dropping that breaking news? Son of a bitch. I'm going to reach out to him after this episode. Let's see if we can get him on tomorrow. And I'll let you guys know in the chat because PSL chats is where you get that fucking bomb drops, right? I've dropped news in that chat before as well. So I'm going to reach out to him after this episode. Is there an 11:30 episode? If so, I'll probably roll another one. If not, there is. All right, I'm going to roll another one then. Airheads. I'm gonna go some airheads. MVP versus DNA Genetics. Let's go. I need the if I can't get the bracket, that'd be gangster. If I can get the bracket. Hey, Cal. Cal, thanks, bro. I appreciate that energy, man. I'm just another motherfucker. You know what I mean? I love weed, though. Love weed. I've been smoking this shit for fucking ever. And always, once I found out that there was fucking space weed, That was a life changer. Because then it was like, this is crazy, right? This is insane. What the fuck? Oh, dang, goddamn game changer. I think we need to update it, but Sean is out of town. Problem is, real big dogs stay in the barn. Fuck yeah, dog. Get my leaf on today. Yo, the Morning Wood leaf coming soon. You guys want to see the artwork? The fuck? How have I not sent you guys the artwork? That's cold, man. It's a cold world, huh? I'm all, you guys gonna buy one? I don't even show you the artwork? That's crazy. I don't know if I can show you this motherfucking artwork right now. It's tight. Shout out to Sean too, man. Sean did his thing. Sean did his motherfucking thing. Bloop. And this, you know, I honestly feel like we might fuck around with the artwork still, you know, because I think that like they are going to be, you know, limited drops. This is a plant, you know what I mean? Same shit. So like, you know, we're going to have to like, you know, do drops accordingly based on harvest. You know, these are fine leaves here, all right? This ain't so fucking goddamn Circle K leaf, right? You're not pulling up to 7-Eleven and getting the Morning Wood. It's just not going to be the case, right? So, be prepared. Here we go. But this shit's looking tight. Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go. Boom, baby. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Look at Sean giving love to Arizona. Didn't even ask for it. Tech said selling tobacco was hard in stores. Let's fucking go. I know. You know what, though? Honestly, I think that with the... Obviously, we've been talking about this for a minute. Shout out to the squad. So now I've been kind of paying attention to, you know, what's out there as competition, right? Because honestly, I've been kind of just focused in on these guys. And then there's a couple others when I can't get those that I'm down with. But like a lot of the times it's the entire leaf, like a graba leaf, right? Like you got to get the entire leaf and then I'm cutting my own shit. But I don't have a way of stopping myself from rolling like a fucking 12-inch or a 14-inch blunt. When I get the entire graba leaf, I'm like almost like a fucking competition with myself. How big of a blunt can you roll? You know what I mean? Like you got this big ass leaf. We're here. So yeah, love the design. Shout out to it though. One of the things I'm real pumped on too is right here, this little pressed, right? Pressed. Let's go. Pressed, cut, ready to roll. I love that part about it. That's important to me because it's like sometimes those stems can be bulky. Can we be the PSN design and packaging team? Pentacles? I think who we're working with is a family-owned farm, and they have wraps on the market. So they have their own, like they're turnkey like a motherfucker, man. So we're fortunate. David and I are talking about taking a trip out to the farm or where they cut them. Because there's two different spots, but David and I are discussing doing some content out there because if you don't know as well, David's dropping his and proper. His are going to be focused on how to have the best proper blunt, period. I mean, look, should we make it a thing? Should we make it where it's like field trip and we fucking right? Let's go. Hold up. How much tobacco for wraps not grown in Kentucky? He said, wait a minute now. Hold up. I don't know. You know, I did hear that that's what Brothers Broadleaf, right? They have their farms out here. I was like, damn. And that's cool. I fuck with that energy. But this family farm reached out to me or you know, the big dog. Like they wanted to fuck with us in a sense, you know, and that you when people and then you find out the story of them and everything. So it's like, no, we've got a great opportunity here. From what I've even been told too, it's like the fucking leaves that Cubans are rolled up in. You know, I don't know if that was just gaslighting me, right? I don't know if that, it doesn't seem like they would need to. So I said, damn. I say, damn. Okay. But Tech said, absolutely gaslighting you, dog. Absolutely gaslighting you. What is that? Like, you know, I'm talking about the cigars, right? We're talking about the cigars here. Cloud Mav, yes, he did. Yes, he did. My man, appreciate you, Buncha. Sean got bars. He even did impropers. I don't know if you could. I don't think David's shown his. His is fire too. They're fucking around with it though. I love the care of detail of everything that's going on. You know, it's nice because obviously I fuck with you know, PSL and you know, the guys and whatnot. But now I'm behind the scenes, right? So now I'm like, oh, this is how you guys operate. Really? And it makes sense. It adds up. I was like, all right. Because, like, honestly, guys, I was just like, yo, I don't give a fuck about the design. Just use whatever. I was like, it's going to be about the fucking leaf. That's where it's going to be at. I'll have that shit in whatever. I know a tobacco farmer. Yeah, I guess so. I know a tobacco farming family. Bars. Not all bongs are the same. Wow, Smoke Supreme. Late to the conversation, but said, look, how long were you sitting there listening to the conversation being like, I gotta fucking say this? Not all bongs are the same. You can't expect just any bong to hit well and be enjoyable. My bong is my daily driver. I could smoke an entire joint to the face and still reach for the bong after. I agree with you right there. Yeah! All bongs are not the same. Absolutely not. You know what's kind of fucked up though, Smoke? Let me know if you agree with this one. You don't really know how special that bong is until you don't use it, right? Like, until you go to another one and you hit it and you're like, oh, god damn, that bitch is bad. You know, like, I always thought that was crazy. Like, I was never always a person that was like, you need to put a double perk on there. Oh, you need to put an ash catcher on there. Oh, the perks. And but then I got me a fucking perks and shit with the fucking ash catcher in that bitch and started ripping it on a consistent basis. And then went and just hit like a straight tube off the bowl. I was sick. God damn, that shit makes a difference. So I said, yeah. Marijuana. You feel me? Yeah. Where we at? 105. These guys about to do another contest. If you want to know if they put shoes on. Whoa. You want to know if they put on shoes to go to the restroom? Basically, is what I'm getting at. Can't read. Let me see if I got any other topics for you guys. My bad. I didn't even show off the lady. Now she's sleeping. She got a little light though. She fell over. She's still upset with me, but we building back. I need to go shut that tent. All right, let's get this little situation, man. Marijuana and what we will call reefer madness is out there. So here we go. Here's some more. I think this is reefer madness. Let's figure this out.
THC, you shut off your own anandamide. It's endogenously shutting off. When you smoke THC, you shut off your own anandamide. It's endogenously shutting off our own natural production of anandamide. Anandamide is our bliss molecule. It's our joy. This is one of the main reasons why people get so caught up on THC. It's because it's smashing their joy factor. It's like literally coming in as a larger molecule, shutting off your own natural production, and then you have to somehow endogenously break down this molecule. In most people, because I genetically test people, most people don't have the ability to break down THC, let alone their own anandamide, which causes a whole line of downward issues. If we cannot break down anandamide naturally, we get into these states of hyperactivity, excitability, just excitatory. We're going into manic, bipolar. We're going into these states of just excess pain, too much production of something that can't be broken down. Anandamide is the main manager of all of these, including dopamine, including glutamate, including serotonin. It modulates the production, all of that, based on its environmental factors. When you smoke THC, you shut off your own anandamide. It's endogenously shutting off our own natural production of anandamide. Anandamide is our bliss molecule. It's our joy. This is one of...
It's our joy, though? What? That's hard for me to believe because, like, I feel like I can get goofy stoned. Like, if I have 300 milligrams in edibles, I'm goofy stoned. If I have 200 milligrams, it's like I smoked a blunt for like 3 hours, right? But when I get into that 250, 300, I'm like fucking like, just goofy Jason and shit. Like making dumb jokes, laughing at them. Oh, I was so embarrassed the last time. I didn't mean to do that. And I was just fucking having fun though like a motherfucker. So what? Then they say it shuts it off, though, saying it's like you. All right, I need to wrap and shut the tent. Give me a second. I want you guys to share with me what it is that you've inhaled recently. What are you inhaling right now? Oh, that Joel's marker is crazy, dog. That Joel's marker's crazy. Kentucky's best. What bracket are you getting into? Why don't hey, okay, how about this? Hey, I just thought of something. Let's go Kentucky versus Arizona 1v1 on PSL. Are you down for that? We don't even got to wait for any brackets. How about Arizona's best, in my opinion, versus Kentucky's best, in your opinion, on PSL? Come on, dog. Come on, Playboy. Let's do this. We both the same motherfuckers in our own state out here saying we got it, dude. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I love this. Damn, I should have thought this with Blicky a hell of a long time ago. But what do you mean there's no choice? No, whatever you think is that, whatever you think, man. Put Kentucky on, dog. Put Kentucky on. I want you just to, whatever you think is going to be that winner. That's on you. And it's the same for me. Oh, I only have one option, so I want Smackers Smoke. Well, when can you compete? I was talking about like right now. I'm ready right meow. You tell me when. Pull the trigger. Bang, bang. Nice, though. Look at that. Damn, that wouldn't have happened if we didn't have this bonus. So, good job, guys. Good job. Let's see the no name. Come on, Tony. Come on, Tony. You can't be saying you guys, hold up, dog. You got to have it on you if you're saying you guys always have the best. Like, what? It has to be from someone I know or I can't guarantee it's Kentucky. No, your shit. What do you mean? Wait a minute. Now you got me confused. I thought, what I had thought was that you were involved with the Kentucky grass game. Now you got me confused. Are you? Yes. Okay. Let me roll this weed and we're going to get back in this discussion. Chat if you want to take it from here for me. We'll find out what it costs. There is going to be a cost to it. You know, they're the 1v1 battles, if I'm not mistaken, are $420. Oh, but we win money. So that's kind of cool. Damn. You gonna take my money, Tony? You gonna take my motherfucking money? Yeah, just go to the store. I'll go to the store and pick it up too. How about that? I'll go to the store and pick it up also. We can even fucking pick the day that we pick it up. We can have the same day shelf battle and shit. We send the receipts with it. How about that? Nah. Sorry, guys. I know that for the sake of you tip lovers, that if I put a tip in it, that would eventually lead to a TMW tip, like proper doink tip drop and stuff like that. So I did consider that. I just don't fuck with tips, man. No, I can't. No, I can't do that, bro. That's what I'm saying. Okay, well then whatever, right? You said you're down. However you got to do it. Let's skip the. When do you want to do it? Let's get there. And Tony, I don't even really give a fuck if it's yours. To be honest with you, just put me on game. Like I'll battle anybody in Kentucky that you think has heat. Like you got to remember, you're the Kentucky ambassador, right? You are the Kentucky voice on TMW, dog. So if you don't want your flower to represent that, I respect that, right? Because you have said a lot of things about Kentucky, the green grass and all that shit. So look, this is the opportunity for you to fucking have Kentucky being like, damn. Well, maybe not because you're going against me and it's not like I have like that kind of like credibility and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? So now I've even expanded it out there for you. So with that being said, you're the only one standing. Damn. Blicky, you're next, Tommy. I know I'm in your motherfucking AirPod while you out there in the sun with your mids. You're next. I should have thought about you first. I'll go get some fucking you know, we'll battle. That's what I'm saying. When is it ready? What are we talking about? Gondre saying, put up the toad venom, not something you source for smackers. Wouldn't that be toad venom also, though? That would be toad venom also. I gotta put out either Bubba, Weekday. I'll put up that Blue Mama, no problem, dog. That Blue Mama is gangster. And there's just a fresh batch that dropped. Shameless plug. All flower shops. Deli style. Gone. I said tone venom, your girl. Oh, you're in my. Oh, man, that's fucked up. Why? I don't agree. I don't agree with that. That's an auto L. I've already said I'm Sir Mids when it comes to fucking growing weed. I had that title. I was. Hello. That's an auto L, man. Shit. Didn't you see her yesterday? She fell over, bro. At this point, she's crippling her ass the through fucking flower stage right now. I'm like, God damn, babe, I'm sorry. I thought she'd perk right up. Nope. Oh, Blicky is here. I knew I was in your earpod, dog. What's up? The only thing I will put up is weight. Scared, dude. You're scared for any of us to smoke your weed, bro, because you know when we smoke your shit, bro, it's just going to be hysterical, right? Come on. Admit it. Or because you are here all the fucking time, you would compete, bro. You would just be like, yeah, fuck it. I'm here all the time. Why not? Yeah, why not? Yeah, 1v1. Yeah, fuck you. I got you. But no. He said, I'm just going to show my weight. You ain't, no, what? Get out of here, dog. Get out of here, dog. Ooh, Tony Snow saying he's not the mid man. And Tony he's saying, but what he's saying is, I haven't heard when. We're getting around it. We're talking about everything but it. But when? Brother, I'm the fury one to say my shit is mids. Oh, probably you meant to say first. I throw it on a trailer in piles and hang it up in a barn, big dog. Well, that's probably okay. So hold on though. What I want to confirm it's mids, bro. You might be growing trash. Let's confirm you're growing mids. Okay, time out. You confidently out here saying you grow mids, bro, but there is a lot of levels of marijuana in mids. Shit can sometimes be respectable. So send your shit in and let me tell you. I already hear, but fuck you. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I know you don't, but you're here. No, I'm talking to him also. I'm saying both. I'm saying, look at Gondre. I'm saying Blicky was next. So I'm saying send his shit in. Because he's out here saying he's got mids. Now I'm thinking you got trash. And I feel bad saying that. I feel fucked up saying that. Like who? That's like disrespectful to say to someone shit like you grow trash, right? That's disrespectful, dog. All I'm saying is we don't know. And the way that you just described it, you kind of out here growing hay, bro. You might be out there. You might be a Kentucky forefather. Blicky, you're here because you love it. It's all right. And we fuck with it. We've been here now damn near almost an entire year, dog. It's cool. That's why I'm saying you've been here for a year, dog. Send in some weed and let's 1v1. Like, what are we talking about here? You're always worried about the shipping. I'll come out to you. I'll even come well, that's getting too far, Blicky. God damn it. Where you got me going over here? Just send your goddamn weed in. If my shit was trash, I wouldn't. That's not true. Have you ever heard of distillate? You could be a distillate god, right? You could be a disty god, bro. You could be like, I don't give a fuck about weed. I just grow it. And I just throw it on a truck because I know they're going to go blast it. Distillate demon. Big disty Blicky. Blicky with the disty. Woo! Didn't we just talk about a company that was like doing a bunch of crazy shit? Now I know who you're in bed with. Stizzy, huh? You big Stizzian out there, dude. Damn. Oh, are we gonna hear fucking homeboy go after you next? The dude from Catalyst? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Never been disty. My trim does, however, get bought by your favorite disty cart brands. Okay, so you admit you have the lane. You have the lane. You do business with disty companies. You're a disty company, dog. You're selling your pounds for $200, $250 on a fucking good month. This guy, we're figuring you out, dude. We're figuring you out, Blicky. 125 tech says, facts. I'm thinking of more Arizona, right? You're right. In California, what are we talking, Blick? What are we talking? What's your pounds going for? Mids? No. But I sell it to the distro and they, okay, whatever. What are you selling it to the distro for? What's your mids going for? All right, does that add up, chat? I don't know. Chat, we need the fact checkers out here. Is that mid pricing? Is this mid pricing? All Out Farms. Is this mid pricing here? Right? Or is that 3 for $4? He said no, 500, but you get 4 pounds. In Cloud, look, Blicky's a yoke. You know what I'm saying? Blicky's a yoke. Here all the time, chopping it up with us, entering his input, right? So at some point there, man, come on. Let's battle. Hey, and look at, who's gone silent over here. Oh, bluegrass. Oh, there we go. That's low price. Indoor 500 right now in Cali. Indoor? You're outdoor though, right? Bro, just send in some weed, bro. Wow. No, I wouldn't. I'm going to say no, I wouldn't. I'm an operator in Cali. All I do is inform you on the market. No, well, you do a lot of other things. All you do is that. Well, that's all I do. Is that what you tell people when you get off? You're all this chat, man. All I educate the fuck out this chat over here. I tell you what. Send in some shit, dude. Marijuana. All right, how much time we got? Oh, shit, it's about that time. I'd like to give you guys a little bit of a breather before the next show jumps on here, but hang out. PSL joining on here. Adam and Paul, they're going to be wearing the same outfit again. They have coordinated outfits now. This is the level that they are taking things. New studio, they switched seats because there was a lot of allegations that there was cheating happening, and it was due to their seating arrangements. They have now swapped seats. All allegations out the window. Go tap in. Marijuana to you guys. I'm out. You know I'll be back tomorrow, same time. Marijuana. Hey, thank you so much for popping into the Morning Wood weekdays, 10 a.m., where we get together and chop it up about cannabis locally, nationally, globally. Send me what you want to discuss right here to TMW at ProperSmokeNetwork.com if you got something going on in your scene. Marijuana, eggs in the chat. You fuck with me? Let us pray. Marijuana, you're special. You really touch all walks of life. And I appreciate you for bringing them here so we can fuck with them. Where you at, Blicky?
Wow.
What the fuck?
Thank you.
That's science.